What I'm going to do in this video is show you how to configure a Layer 3 port channel. Cisco devices support Layer 2 and Layer 3 EtherChannel. EtherChannel and port channel are synonymous. So the idea of an EtherChannel or a port channel is taking physical switch interfaces and creating a logical interface. So the port channel, whether it's Layer 2 or Layer 3, is comprised of two or more physical switch ports. Layer 3 port channels are different from Layer 2 since they're based on a routed interface. And so routed ports have an IP address assigned. It's included in the routing table. So with a Layer 3 port channel, you have to use a multi-layer switch. And you need a switch that will support both Layer 2 switch interfaces as well as Layer 3 routed interfaces. So for example, when packets arrive at the switch 1, there's no concept of a VLAN. It's all routed traffic. So VLAN membership is not considered. It's just a standard routed link between two Layer 3 devices. What I've got here is both a Layer 2 and Layer 3 topology. On the host side, there's host 1 and host 2, and host 1 is assigned to VLAN 10, host 2 is assigned to VLAN 11, so they're in separate subnets. There's also this server 1, and this is in VLAN 12, and it's on a separate subnet as well. So I'm going to need routing on the switch. So a multi-layer switch will be required to do that routing between the different subnets. So there's Layer 2 on the host side of the switches, and there's a Layer 3 connection between switch 1 and switch 2. So with the configuration, what I'm going to do is assign gig 01 and 02 in both switches to a port channel. And for the physical switch ports, I'm also going to enable LACP. So what I'll do is start with switch 1. So I'll start with interface gig 01. This is this top port. And I'll do the same configuration to gig 02. So the first thing I need to do is change it from a switch port to a routed port. And I do that with no switch port command. Next thing I'll do is enable LACP. So that's channel group. I'm going to use channel group 2. And then mode active. And mode active will send LACP frames to switch 2 to negotiate a dynamic ether channel. So that's done. Now all I have to do is a no shut. I'll do the same thing for gig 02. So I did up arrow, change to gig 02, I'll up arrow again, and change to a routed port, and enable LACP with the same command. Then do a no shut. So that's all there is to that. Now we'll configure the port channel to bundle those two interfaces. The port channel 2. Now we're going to give it an IP address. So it'll be 192.168.3.1, and switch 2 will be 192.168.3.2. It's mean the same subnet. I'll do a no shut. That's all there is to that. So we'll go back and just do a save on this. I'll do the same thing on switch 2. So I'll do a no switch port. And I can use channel group 2, but I could also use any other channel group number, since a channel group number is only locally significant. So I could use active or passive. Maybe we'll just try passive this time, show you how that works. This means it'll wait for switch 1 to send LACP frames to establish the LACP ether channel. Then just a no shut. 02, same thing. No switch port. Channel group 2 mode passive. Now the port channel. So as long as you have one of the switches with mode active, you can negotiate that LACP channel. It'll work correctly. So you can put active on both or active and passive. So what I'll do is just do a save on this now. Okay, now I'm going to go back to switch 1. I'm going to verify this. So show run. IP routing was already figured on the layer 3 switches, the multi-layer switches. That's required as something basic to have a routing table and routing services running. So VLAN 1011. So the VLANs were already configured as well. The hosts are on VLAN 10 and VLAN 11. That was already configured. There's the port channel, IP address 192.168.3.1. And the gigabit is right at the bottom here. These are the physical switch ports that are assigned to the port channel. So they're bundled for that port channel. Everything looks fine there. All I've got is a single static route that was already configured. That's to 192.168.3 subnet. These interfaces are for the hosts, and they're the SVIs. I'll explain a little bit more about multi-layer switching with that particular lecture in this section. So everything looks fine there. I'll go to switch 2. There's IP routing. There's only a single VLAN 12. There's the port channel 2. Fast Ethernet 0, and that's the server on VLAN 12. There's gig 01 and 02. They're the members of the port channel. And just some routing. So everything looks pretty good there. So specific to the port channel, I'm just going to do a show command here. So the command is show EtherChannel port channel. Okay, there it is there. So there's a lot of information here. Group 2 means port channel 2. There it is there, PO2, port channel 2. It's got a number of ports. There's 2 physical switch ports that are bundled with the port channel. It's using LACP. And the age of the port channel is just the number of minutes that it's been active. At the bottom here you see gig 01 and 02. They're both active. EC state means the LACP mode. They're using active mode. And the other command is show EtherChannel summary. This command was discussed with the layer 2 LACP EtherChannel video. And it's got to the bottom here, group 2, that means port channel 2. Then if you look at the capital R, that's layer 3. And capital U means in use. So for a layer 3 port channel, that's what you want. If it was a layer 2 port channel, it would be capital S and capital U. Here, this is a layer 3 port channel. So R and U are the correct flags. It's LACP enabled, and gig 01 and gig 02 are bundled. That just means a capital P. They're in the port channel. So that's operational. Here I'm going to do the same commands. So it's got the same information. 2 ports are there. Port status, port channel, LACP. And this time the EC state is passive. And that's correct. It's like configured LACP passive mode instead of active. So with passive mode, we'll wait for LACP frames from switch 1 to negotiate that dynamic ether channel. Then there's show EtherChannel summary. And right at the bottom here, group 2, that's port channel 2. R and U, that's what I want for the layer 3 port channel. And LACP and gig 01 and gig 02 are bundled. So it looks fine there. The last thing I want to do is verify routing. So I'm going to ping from host 1 to 192.168.4.1. and also from host 2 to 192.168.4.1. Host 1 is in 192.168.1 subnet. Host 2 is in 192.168.2 subnet. The link between switch 1 and switch 2 is 192.168.3 subnet. So we'll go to host 1 and just do a ping. And so I got 2 replies. Usually if there's a delay, it has to do with ARP. So I'll try it again. I'm getting all 4 replies this time, so it works fine. There it is, 192.168.4.1. So I'll do the same thing from host 2. And there it is. The reason this got all 4 immediately is because the ARP table was already updated on switch 1 and switch 2. So that's all working correctly. So the layer 3 port channel is operational, routing is working, and that concludes the video.